Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently pretending that we are at peace. We're not at peace, but we are definitely pretending it. So let's hop on down here and let's take a look at these construction ships. We can continue to head out over this direction. This construction ship is going to go this way. Perfect. And we're going to head on down and grab this. We might as well. That seems okay. And as far as this goes, I think we need to head out towards Hope's End. We really, really do. So our hyperspace connection network is getting better. It's not where we want it to be yet, that's for sure. Oh, hang on. I just right-clicked Curator Research Aid. We need to go to Contacts, talk to the Curator Enclave. Okay.
New knowledge blooms.
Maybe we can't? Okay, that's exciting. It's not letting me talk to them. Maybe we'll be able to do that eventually, but for now, maybe I should reload, honestly. This seems like a bug, but we could probably just re-up it through the event if I reloaded. I'm going to try it. Let's go ahead and reload this. So we're just going to load the latest save, which is where we started here. And we'll just have to redo the construction ships. That's fine. But if we look up here, we can see that there is the curator order up this direction. I don't know why they wouldn't talk to us. That was odd. Maybe it's because... No, they should still be able to talk to us. So yeah, we want to purchase this service. And there we go. So I think that was a bug. Well, that bug is fixed, and now we need to head up over here as we were before. And then we can come out over this direction to Zaltana. There we go. And then over to Ulfit, and this was to Eartheus. There we go. Now we're caught back up. No problem. So that seems absolutely fine. And I did notice that this world is apparently not running its Cradles of Rebirth. I guess we missed this. I don't know how, but apparently we missed it. There's this cogitation world here. It needs some nutritious dells, and we might as well get those going. Do we have any others that we're not actually running buildings on? Actually, yeah, we do. We've got these down over this direction, but we need to get to those later, I think. What we really need to do right now is we need to check through these and determine where we need to do work. And the answer is down this way, right? This is about as done as it's going to get, except we're going to clear off 2 toxic kelps here in 50 to 60 days. And that, of course, means that we're going to need to build 2 additional communal biomes.
Horizons widened.
It would be nice if we could pre-queue those, because we know that's going to become available, but unfortunately we can't. Civiculture plantations. Is this an upgrade to the nutritious undergrowth? It really kind of does look like an upgrade, doesn't it? We would be interested in that. There's also habitability here, which would be neat, but I think for now, advanced food processing. Granted, we have a lot of food coming in, but even so, we're probably going to need food eventually. So this seems fine for now. We'll continue to work on this. We want to get these 2 communal biomes done. So let's get those underway.
Life stirs in the void.
Okay,
Old
there's
growth
one.
Cleared for new life.
And the other is going to be in 10 days here.
Old growth
Perfect.
cleared for new life.
So that's now underway. I'm not going to be doing any planetary growth at this moment. So by that, I mean any expand planet size decisions. We'll come back and get those later on. But for now, there's this cogitation world. And this world actually has a lot that it needs. Specifically, we need to build a bunch of communal biomes, although most of these are actually already queued up. So this seems fine for the moment. There's nothing to be done at this moment. We just need some tech to clear it off. So now we've got this pollinating world, and being a pollinating world, we have to put in an orchard forest here. Now, these hollow mountains, I'm actually going to... No, I don't want to build that. I'm actually going to replace one of these with an orchard forest. So we're going to swap that to here. And then I'm going to replace another one with a communal biome, because we're going to have this be a think stem, and we do need to have an ore spine in here. So let's have these be think stems, like so. Because this world definitely needed a little bit of work. So that looks fine. We apparently have unemployment here. Biomass unemployment, 50. There are no unemployed biomass pops on this planet. Okay. It's weird. Our unemployment is really strange. It seems like it works normally with normal species, so I'm assuming that everything is working appropriately-ish, but it may not be. I have no idea. We're just assuming that the jobs are getting filled at this moment, so they may or may not be getting filled. Regardless, we're still happy to be getting the biomass in, so that's absolutely fine. So at this point, we're waiting on these to finish up. We're going to need quite a lot of work there. This is a heart grove, which we built because I wasn't sure what we could build in this. And it looks like we can build anything in it. Anything that we could build in here, specifically. So anything in our normal communal biomes can go in heart groves. Okay, so that's good to know. Including avatar cradles, which the Planetary Root Bundle is an upgrade to, I believe. That's interesting. That's very interesting. But do we actually want this to be this? Now, this is a photosynthesis field. As a backup, I feel pretty okay with the amount of alloys that we're getting at this moment. I'm kind of leaning towards actually changing this over into being a... No, not that. Yeah, changing this over into being a think stem. I really feel like we need more tech. I really feel like we need more tech. So let's get going on that. Let's get some lithic bores going in here. We need to get our specialization going, and we need to upgrade all of these. So that's going to take a little while. And we can't build here, apparently, while we're upgrading. That makes sense. That's fine. I'm not terribly upset about that. But now that we know how that works, that should be absolutely fine. We're struggling a bit with our naval cap, but our resources are not an issue. So that seems good. Now, I'm checking out over here. We do have this world here, and I would like to get this colonized, so we'll get that moving over to a tropical world. Seems good. So that seems great, and we'll continue to get these worlds developed, but they're going very well as of right now. I'm quite pleased with this. I am noticing our mineral count is dropping, so that's definitely noted. Definitely noted. So a location like this is not necessarily great for a mining world. This, however, this is a good location for a mining world. And this is already set as a lithic world. So that seems okay. We'll put in an ore spine here, and I'm going to put in one photosynthesis field and one orchard forest so we can get these buildings going. And then as far as the specializations go, there isn't anything that we can do to further specialize into this. So we could have this be molt guts, we could have it be think stems, we could have it be pretty much whatever we want. The Agarian League rivaled us. Okay. If they want to do that, I guess that's fine. Now, we could go take this back, but I'm kind of leaning against doing that, at least right now, because we know that anytime this is taken back, they just run at it for some reason. I don't know why, but they really want it to. They really want it to. But I don't want that, so we're just going to chill for the moment. Now, this requires a planetary root complex, and we don't have access to the planetary root complex. The real question is, how do we get access to the planetary root complex? I think it's a tech, but I haven't seen the tech. So we'll keep an eye out for that. It's probably a society tech, if anything. So we've got these think stems here, and we definitely want to put some research groves into this. There we go. And then we've got these hollow mountains where we can put in some lithic ores, which we'll definitely want to do, and a photosynthesis field over here as well. So something along the lines of that looks good. Yeah, that'll be absolutely fine. Continue monitoring the situation. Sure. So this is an alpine world. Huh. We should probably terraform that, but I don't think we can do that while we have a colony on it. I don't think we have the tech for that. So that's absolutely noted. Over here, of course, we need to get our research growths going in. So we'll get all of that starting to happen. And then this is currently 2. I want to change one of these over into being a photosynthesis field. It's a little too much there. And we can build one additional photosynthesis field and then get these upgraded. And of course, we'll need nutritious gels as well. So we'll get all that going. We'll have to wait till the month tick, which is fine. That will be it right now. There we go. Seems good. So that's all underway for the time being. We have an Astral Rift event pending. Okay, that's fine. And the real question is, when is this war going to be over? Well, it's going to be at 100% war exhaustion very, very shortly here. Now, they don't have any claims up here, so we don't have to go take this back. And I don't plan to go take it back. As of right now, this should be absolutely fine. I wouldn't mind colonizing. Wait, we can colonize here? Remarkable. We'd be able to colonize here with it under occupation. That's weird. I would not have expected that, but okay. Apparently that's a thing that we can do. Sure. So what I really want to do, though, is I want to continue to work on developing these worlds. This is very important. We got to get this going. So that's all fine. We can work on upgrading the research groves here. This is quite expensive to get these upgraded, but we want to get those going as soon as possible. We're lacking a little bit of biomass here. That'll be ready on the month tick, which is right now. So there we go, and that should all be good. Now, we don't have a photosynthesis field. It is currently being built, and yeah, we've reached high war exhaustion at this moment. We're just waiting for this war to end here. Why did it automatically pause when we get the new Mystic Order? It's awkward. No, I don't care about this. Okay, so that all seems fine for now. I want to check in on our construction ships. It's been a bit. Yeah, they're idle. So we've got this science ship here, and it can head down and explore the astral rim down over here. This construction ship is going to build a hyper relay in Hope's End. And then we've got this down here, and that's going to need... We can't build a hyper relay here, unfortunately. I really wish we could, but we'll build a hyper relay into Prebe for now, and then come over here to Potap, and we'll start building hyper relay around here. So that will be fine. We'll head up over this direction, and we're going to be reaching the boundary of our empire up over here pretty soon. And that's all absolutely fine. For right now, this is looking good. We don't need to reach everywhere with this. We just need to get to specific locations, right? So this is all absolutely fine. Now we've got this pollinating world here. Do we need this to be a pollinating world? We've got a lot of food production, and we're going to get more. So I'm actually thinking about changing this specialization to being perhaps a Unity world. We don't have many Tranquil worlds. So we can change this over into being a communal biome, and then we can specialize this into being Singing Cliffs, which is going to generate us Unity. Like this. And then we're going to need roughly 1 trillion communal biomes here, but that's fine. We're also going to need 1 photosynthesis field and 1 hollow mountain, so we'll get those going in. We're definitely seeing our mineral production sink, and we are definitely interested in getting more mineral production online. So down over this direction, lithic bores would be a good thing to do. I'm actually going to buy in some minerals. There we go. And I want to max out our hollow mountains here. So there we go. There's all of those going. And then we'll put in these lithic bores as well. We do want a photosynthesis field and an orchard forest here. So we'll get those queued up as well. Cool. So eventually this war will end, but the question is when. I mean, a little over a year, well, like a year and a half at this moment. That's fine. We're not in a huge rush. We just like it to be over, right? So that would be neat. As of right now, everything is looking good. We're in a pretty decent spot here. We can terraform at a pretty decent clip and get all of these worlds terraformed. I would definitely like to do so, but we need to get a lot of development done. No doubt about that. We got the Writer's Sphere, and we also just ended the archaeological dig over here, or actually the Astral Rift. There is an archaeological dig to be done here. So let's get working on that. Excellent. So we've got a lot of worlds to go in terms of development. This, of course, is about as good as it's going to get for right now. A strange transmission. Attune with the planes. We will find you. well, that sounds like a threat. Okay, sure. So at this point, I do want to get some upgrades to these hollow mountains going here. We would love to chip into this deficit a little bit and get some more production of minerals going. Our productions are our minerals are definitely a bit problematic. So we need to continue to work on these specializations. That seems fine. Out over here, there's a lot of upgrades that we can do, and we definitely want to do so. So we'll get these zinc stems fully upgraded. That'll be fine. And then we can get started on this nutritious undergrowth upgrade. These are both going to need upgrades as well once they get finished, and they're pretty close. So let's just wait it out. We're a little low on biomass anyway, so it seems fine. There we go. So that seems good. And out over here, once again, a lot of additional things that can be built. So solar mica lungs, and over here, ore spines. I think we should build the ore spine first. We're having significant issues at this point with running out of minerals. So let's get that going in. That seems fine. Giant eggs. Okay, sure. Cool. So all of these upgrades are proceeding very nicely. But we do have a lot of work to do. Like, we've only completed a couple of worlds here, and they're going to need further work as we get further down the tech trees. So that is absolutely noted. And we've got a lot of worlds to go. There's a reason why I'm not currently prioritizing settling additional worlds. It doesn't seem to matter for us. Previously in Stellaris, I would prioritize getting the world settled first so that we could get the pop growth. But that, for our particular species here, that doesn't appear to be a requirement. It's just kind of weird. So that's all fine for now, and we'll just continue working on getting these all set up. It should be okay. So I do want to get some additional communal biomes going in here, but we will need some more minerals for that. We're full on food, so let's sell off a bunch of food, and I'm going to exchange that for a bunch of minerals, because we're going to need them. We also finished up positronic implants, and we finished up advanced food processing. So that's all a pretty big deal. Colonial centralization, unlocking planetary root complex. Done. Absolutely done. Okay, terraforming speed plus 50% is very good. Let's go ahead and get that going in. So that all seems fine. Now, can we actually upgrade these? I'm betting we need the planetary root complex first. Yeah, we do. So once we have the planetary root complex, that's going to enable us to get a lot more upgrades going. So that will be fantastic. But for right now, what we really need is to get these communal biomes in here. So there we go. And right, our singing cliffs here. So these are going to be commensal clearings here. We're not really concerned about housing at this moment. We haven't run into problems with housing, and I have no idea how housing actually works here. It seems to not be a factor for us, from what I can tell. So there's that. We'll get some solar mica lungs going in, upgrade to nutritious undergrowths here, and that all looks good. We are, of course, going to want to build roughly 1 trillion communal biomes here, so let's get those going in as well. And that all seems fine. So, of course, we've got this lithic world here, and I would love to get more grub symbiont jobs going here. So we'll get that going. And we have too many photosynthesis fields here. We're going to want to replace these with communal biomes. So we'll just do that right now. As far as specializations here go, what do we want? Well, we have a few problems. I would like to further develop our technology. So my initial impulse is to do think stems, but we've done a lot of think stems. And my next thought is, well, this is a mineral producing planet. Maybe we should refine them into alloys. I don't feel like we need more alloys right now. I don't feel like we need more trade. We just did a Unity world. So I think by default, I'm just going to go with think stems. And we'll need to get these specializations going. Okay, so we'll get that all queued up. That seems fine. It does take a while to get all of this built up, but, I mean, that's not necessarily surprising. Let's get some lithic bores going over here. We were short on minerals again. Or no, we weren't short on minerals. I think we were short on biomass. We've got plenty of minerals for right now. So that all seems fine. Lots of progress being made there. Now, this archaeological dig is progressing, and this astral rift event is pending. That seems fine. I want to hop down over here because we probably have construction ships that need jobs here. Yeah, let's go ahead and build a hyper relay here. And then we're going to head up this direction and build a hyper relay. And then out over here, we can just go to Ozent and build a hyper relay. That'll be fine. Ultimately, we're probably going to put a hyper relay in every system, but for now, we're prioritizing particular areas. So that seems absolutely fine for now. Now, this war is going to be over very shortly. We've got 58 days until forced peace is possible. So if we look at the war here, we can see that if we were to... Well, we can't actually see what this is, unfortunately. But we did look at this previously, and it was a humiliate CB. So humiliation is fine. We don't mind it. This world here, we do require some chloroplastic acclimators. Let's get going on those. But otherwise, we're just about done with Benjul. So that seems good. Guggenjal is getting pretty close as well. It's not, I think... actually, I think this is as done as it's going to get, isn't it? Until we get our route upgrade. This, however, we can absolutely get some upgrades flowing in here. So we're lacking 120 biomass. This is 200 biomass to upgrade these. That's huge. Absolutely enormous, but it seems fine. Like, we have no problem with that. So we're producing a good amount of unity here. 107 right now, and that's almost a quarter of our overall unity. So that's pretty good. We will choose the harder option because that's what we do. Excellent. And we also have... Oh, that's the same event. Okay, never mind. So forced peace should at this point be possible, and yeah, it is possible. We're just waiting for them to actually do it. There's no reason to continue the war. They're not going to get anything else. At least I don't think they are. The war should end any moment now. If they do end up getting this, then we're going to be very upset, and we will fight them later. But that will be a later sort of thing. A way later sort of thing. So this world was just colonized. I want to immediately get in its Cradles of Rebirth. Not that I think we need the population growth. That was the original reason why I was doing this. But the reason now is because we like the biomass growth. So that'll be very useful for us. We can get one of these built not quite every month, but pretty close. So that's great. This is a lot of... This could actually be a lithic world here. I'm going to designate it so that I remember. There we go. So that'll be fine for right now. Okay, checking through these worlds, we're not expecting any real changes up over this direction, but because we don't really get notifications, I feel like we need to do them. Yeah, like, see, there's upgrades available here, but we don't get a notification of that. So I feel like we need to just periodically go through and check our old fully upgraded worlds. But as of right now, this is looking good. This should be, I think, done as soon as these two communal biomes are complete. Here, we have quite a bit that we need still. We need to get this upgrade done, and as soon as the solar mica lungs are done here, we need to get some chloroplastic acclimators going in here. There we go. And that all looks good for now. Of course, it'll be a while before we get all those communal biomes built. Here we have some empty building slots, and this is from the Think Scouts. So let's get some research growths going in. That'll be wonderful, and we're keeping our biomass spent down nicely, so that's all looking good. We do have this alloy foundry here, which is mildly awkward, but it's okay. So we're actually short on biomass to get all of this done, but that's okay. So we get a nutritious dell in here, and we need more biomass to get these done. We do have a tech finished. We'll look at that in a moment. Just waiting for the month tick. Any moment now. There we go. So we'll get those finished up, and unstable ruins. Okay, sure. So there's colonial centralization. That gives us access to the planetary root complex, and that is huge. What else are we interested in here? Honestly, there's not a lot super good here. Amenities isn't a big problem for us, in the same vein as how housing isn't a big problem for us. Maybe we just go for standardized maulers as a reroll. It'll make our maulers cheaper. Why not? Okay, so we can now see that we have upgrades available on a lot of these. Cool. Well, we do have some construction ships that need some work here. So I'm going to go to Bard again at this point, and this construction ship is going to be heading out over this direction, which is a weird way for it to head, but I want it to go here, loop around like this, and then connect up over here is the idea. So that'll be fine for now. And then this is going to do kind of a similar sort of inefficient loop, and we're going to head to Vanico and then head down this direction to get all of this linked up, is the overall concept there. But we do need to get planetary root bundles upgraded. The question is, how much does that cost? Actually, that's surprisingly cheap. 200 biomass. I expected it to be like at least 400, but probably more like 600 biomass. That's kind of wild. In fact, that's very wild. But I want to start on the worlds that are up here. So we're going to get a planetary root complex going there and here, and we can't afford that one yet. One thing I want to think about is swapping this Cradle of Rebirth with a research growth. So we'll get that underway. That'll be fine.
A call from the stars.
Okay, every time these guys show up with something, the game pauses, which I don't like. I wish it didn't. Terraforming speed plus 50%. Okay, neat. What else are we interested in? 0-point metabolism would be cool, but that's very expensive. That'll take us a long time to research. Do we care? Maybe we don't care. Or maybe we just take advanced shields. Sure. Level 4 shields would be fine at this point. So I would love to get this planetary root complex done. We'll be able to on the month tick. There we go. So that's underway. That seems good. And we're lacking an additional 54 here. I wish it showed that this upgrade was available, or rather that the upgrade existed but was unavailable because we lacked the colonial centralization tech earlier. That would be very convenient for verification. I believed that that was what we needed, and it was, but I didn't have, like, I didn't have proof of that. So there's that. It looks like they're not very interested in ending this war, which is remarkable. I don't know why they're not interested, but whatever. Let's go ahead and get the planetary root complex upgrading here. And we're just going to continue to go down through all of these worlds that we've done significant upgrades to. This is just a planetary root bundle here. We just need to build more districts. So that's understood. This world needs a lot of work. Let's go ahead and do the planetary root complex here and here. This one we're very interested in getting a planetary root complex done on, but we'll have to wait until the month tick, which is just a couple of days. There we go. And of course, this one. Now, that's all of them for now. We'll continue to work on them. I'm not going to go down to locations like this and build it, even though we're technically eligible for it. For the moment, I don't actually care. So that seems fine for now. We just finished up standardized Mauler incubation, and what else are we interested in grabbing here? Dangerous wildlife removal. Absolutely dangerous wildlife removal. Let's take that. Beautiful. So we just finished this archaeological dig. That's excellent, which means, of course, that we should check in on our civilian ships. So this science ship is idle, and it has an archaeological dig right here. And let's just go ahead and build a hyper relay right over here. Cool. So that seems fine for now. And I'm just thinking about how we want to structure our hyper relay network. Well, ultimately, we'll get it built everywhere. And so it's a matter of priorities, not so much structure. But let's hop up over here. These planetary root complexes are going to be done pretty soon. So that's absolutely understood. We can start getting some upgrades going here. We can put in some chloroplastic acclimators. That'll all be fine. And that looks good. So there's some progress being made on Bugrolsh. That's quite a name. And we have a tradition available. So we can grab a new tradition here. And what do we want? I feel like it's too late in the game for discovery. Research speed plus 10% is neat, no matter what. But maybe we don't go for that at all. Logistics is interesting, but we're not really focusing spindle symbionts. Purity. Interesting. Decision enactment speed. Allows the assimilation of pops into pre-sapients. Can alter pop appearances, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Maybe synchronicity is what we want, though. Pop upkeep minus 10%. That doesn't appear to be a big deal for us, but colony ascension effects might be decent. And this is more about, like, reducing our empire size, which isn't really a big problem, because we only have 798 pops. So it's not a big deal. Our pop count is very low, and it'll always be very low, based on my understanding of how this works. So I don't think synchronicity is the route that we want to go. I don't really want to do domestication either. Maybe diplomacy? Or just aptitude? Make our leaders better? I have no idea what we want. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in, and I'll give some thought to what tradition we want to do. I'm not sure. I don't immediately have a strong opinion on it, which is strange. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.